Hello, welcome to Free Meditation TV. My name's Andrew and this is Jay.
Hi, thank you for joining us tonight.
Let's talk today about the Kundalini Rising and clearing out any obstacles or stresses in the body.
Yes, so now the Kundalini is awoken within ourselves. We can feel it in our hands and also at the top of our head. Now, sometimes there are some problems or weaknesses. So with the Kundalini, as it rises and it hits some of the chakras, and we can feel those in our fingers, it's a little bit of burning, maybe a little bit of tingling, and there are certain methods, techniques that we can use to strengthen and clear some of these weaknesses as it passes.
So let's talk about one of the first approaches, and there are many ways to clear the energy, to soothe down the energy, working out any weaknesses in the chakras. The first is you can take your hand and you can just simply raise it up and see if you feel there's one spot. Like for here, it's my chest today, where I'm feeling a bit of stress. I'm actually feeling warmth coming out. It feels different than the other areas. And I can actually give energy to my chest by leaving my hand here for a few seconds. And also take a deep breath for this energy center. And after a few seconds, I can see again, did anything change? Don't worry if you're not feeling anything right now. But maybe at the end of the episode, you can try again when you're more of a meditative state. I'm also feeling a little bit of a stress here, so I can put my hand here for a few seconds. Probably covering up my microphone while I'm doing that. But we can always raising our hands, and you learn to feel the energy of your body this way. And of course, and as we've said in many episodes, you try to feel the energy above the top of your head while you're in meditation. So let's try a couple more times. So once again, I'm still feeling a little bit in the same spot in my chest area. So one technique then is to just simply put your hand on the energy center to give it energy. So that would be the first way that you can work out weakness in an energy center, or as we call them, chakras.
Chakras, yeah. Also, the chakras always turn this way. So we can also just use our fingers on our right hand. Use our right hand and just turn the chakra around the way it turns. Is another easy way to just clear out some of the heat or the tingling that you may be feeling. Because ideally, when the chakra is clear, it will be cool, you would be feeling. So that's what you are looking for when you're looking at yourself and thinking, oh, how's my solar system today? There's also other techniques we use like mantras and using elements as well. Each of the chakras are made of elements, and using that element will clear the chakra.
We're thinking of actually making a whole playlist of using the elements in Hatha Yoga. So for example, the water element can dissolve issues in the body, and the water element really, which chakras really react well to the water element, is the third chakra and the second chakra. There's the fire element, and the fire element burns through stresses in the body. Qualities of the fire really work out issues in the left Swadhisthana area and in the heart area. There is also the air, and one branch of yoga is pranayama yoga. So using the air to breathe, to relax, and to build up the energy in the different associated energy centers.
It's important to understand that we only use these clearing techniques if there's an obstruction.
That's a good point.
Yeah, otherwise you could damage your chakras further by just doing some kind of, is it Hatha Yoga exercises that are not really necessary. When you don't have a blockage, by doing that, it could make things worse. So this is something that you have to understand. Okay, do I have a blockage? And first of all, and am I using the right technique? It can be, a little more complex. So it is something, like Andrew said, that we can talk about more in detail in the future.
This is a whole series of episodes really, and really mapping out your body, understanding your body. If we go back to the Hatha Yoga example, Hatha Yoga can be just great. And a great saint called Patanjali developed Hatha Yoga in ancient India. However, exercising for hours and hours a day, that you might not need to do that, right? So there's certain exercises in Hatha Yoga that may be very beneficial, or a little bit of Hatha Yoga. But once again, you have to have that discretion on how to use it.
That's right.
and how that will relate to your chakras, your energy, and your meditative state.
The goal is that we want to feel coolness in all our fingers and the palms of our hands. So this is just part of Hatha Yoga and your journey. Many things you can do.
Yeah, in your journey, think of all these things are a way to achieve your ultimate goal, which is to get to a high spiritual level and be able to feel that joy and peace through meditation. And that using the tool of pranayama yoga, Hatha Yoga, saying mantras, they're a tool to achieve something. They're not a means to an they're a means to an end. They're not the end goal.
That's right.
You could say.
And we've mentioned foot soaks many a time as well. That's also a very effective technique that is used by many of us actually on a daily basis. So it's very handy.
We'll get into that in another episode, but foot soaking essentially is getting a tub of lukewarm water with salt and just relaxing and having your feet in the salt water for 5 or 10 minutes while you're meditating and allowing the stresses to leave your body through your feet.
Yeah. So now let's take a few minutes to listen to a talk of Srimataji.
Left-hand side power is the emotional power. Now, if you have an emotional problem, say somebody has been taking drugs, is a left-sided person. Some drugs are LSD and all that right-sided, but most of the drugs take you to the left side. Gurus are left-sided problems. Most of these problems or mental problems are left-sided problems. But the problem of the intellectuals is right-sided. Futuristic people is right-sided. People who are running the rat race are right-sided. See, that kind of overactivity, that kind of. On the contrary, those who have taken to drugs are left-sided. So first try with the left, let's see. Now put your right hand on the mother earth. Put your right hand on the mother earth. Now put your left hand towards me. Gradually you will find it will start flowing in your left hand. Is it flowing? Put your right hand on the mother earth. Because the mother earth takes away. You see, you are just earthing it. Put it on it. Touch it, touch it. You see, you are earthing yourself. It's a very simple thing. Now, left-sided problems easily go to Mother Earth. It's true, but the best is to have a light. Now, say if you have a candle. Candle is the best. For left-sided problems, candle is the best thing to take it. Because left-sided problem, we can say, are cold problems, or problems which arise from coldness. See, a person who becomes inactive. Now see, you just put your left hand towards me like this, and right hand towards a candle. You'll be amazed, sometimes the candle starts burning up like that, and sometimes it creates such black smoke that if it is next to a wall, you might find the whole wall becoming black. It's very interesting to see how the candle reacts. But you must have a photograph in front, and there should be a candle before the photograph and one candle like this to take it out. Right. Now see better? All right. You'll feel it's going down. You'll feel from your head, you'll feel, you see the pressure is going down. Better now? Like this. Put the hand like that. Like at back side. Not towards me like that. Yes. Yes. Now. No, put left hand. If you are sitting on the ground, it's better to put towards me. Left hand. It's coming. It's going. It's working. It's like the energy, you see, that is coming through the photograph is pushing it down towards the light, and the light burns it off. Light gets awakened by you. It's surprising, but it does. It's better now, see? So we work out. You will feel it. You will feel yourself. There is nothing to certify. You will feel yourself. Put your left hand towards me. Left hand towards me like this. Yes. You all will feel it yourself. Now people who are being to gurus, who have sort of schizophrenic attitude, who are moody people, frantic fits they get, all sorts of these, to extreme to the least, you see, who are emotional, some women who cry too much, hysterics, all those things can be controlled by this simple method of putting left hand towards the photograph and right hand towards a candle. See, it's working out. You will feel the movement. In your head you will feel it. Feeling it now. With the right hand now. Those who are running the rat race. You see, big people think they must earn money, or they are running in the politics and all that kind of another madness they have. You see, that's also a kind of a madness, you see. So for such people who are having a high blood pressure because of that, they will have diabetes, they'll have liver troubles. Now even for any organ, you see, any organ you take, say heart, in Sahaja Yoga we have for every organ two types of nature. One is the one that is lethargic and another that is overactive. So supposing you are an overactive person, then if you are an overactive person, you are studying very hard or thinking about the future, planning something, then you have a heart which is overactive. Or you have an intestine which is overactive, your liver is overactive, the whole system is overactive, you will have high blood pressures and all the problems of high blood pressure, constipation, all these things go hand in hand in one personality. The another personality could be a lethargic. A person who has a lethargic heart may have to get a bypass or something like that because the heart doesn't pump. You may have a lethargic intestine, such a person might, whatever he eats, he just goes to the bathroom sort of a thing. Or maybe a lethargic liver, when you have a lethargic liver then you might get allergies. Allergies are caused by lethargic liver. But if you are an overactive person, if you are overactive, then the same liver which was giving you these allergies will give you a nausea, a feeling of sickness, migraine and vomiting and biliousness. So there are two types of livers also. We have two types of kidneys, two types of everything is two types. So if you are a lethargic person, if you have lethargic problem, then what you have to do is to use the light. For all the lethargic troubles, best is the light, to use the light for lethargic troubles. This is left side. And for the right sidedness, you can use the Mother Earth. Mother Earth is the best, or water and salt. So water and salt is very good for people who are suffering from overactivity. Now how do you do it? It's good for both, but especially for them. Like you have to put both the hands first towards the photograph, put both the feet in the water with little salt. Now if you are feeling the vibrations coming in both the hands equally the same, it's alright. You don't have to do it. But supposing one hand is more and one hand is less, the hand that is less has to go before the photograph, always. The hand that is less has to go towards the photograph and another one has to go out. And you'll be amazed the movement of the thing you will feel within yourself. These balloons will be moving like that. And you can feel it, that something moving in your head, you are getting relaxed. And gradually you will become a master. You will know how to handle this body. Absolutely will become a master. And when you become master, people have become masters in 8 days. In 8 days. Once you become a master, then you can handle other bodies also and help other people. It's as simple as that.
Let's all now sit for a few more minutes and we're going to meditate with some music. Please put your hands on your lap like this. See if you can feel energy in your hands, energy above your head, and try to hear the music when you're feeling the energy and see if you can go into thoughtless awareness. Let's meditate.
Welcome back, and I hope that you enjoyed the meditation. So now again, we're at the point where we have questions and answers, and we'd like to answer some questions if we have any. Do we have any questions?
Yes, we have a few questions. How is it possible to use a hand to give energy to a chakra?
Well, the hand is an extremity of the body, like our feet. And what happens is, so the energy comes through all the extremities of the body. The feet, we talked about how foot soaking. It takes out, negatively charged energy. That's for a future episode. The energy you feel cool above the top of your head to try to go thoughtless and mental silence of meditation. But finally, the hands. The hands do two major things for us in Hatha Yoga. The first is we can decode the nerve endings to see where the nerve ending goes where, to pinpoint and body map, which we'll talk about more in future episodes. The second, of course, is to give energy with our right hand. Channel of action, the right side, to a certain energy point in our own body, or you can work on someone, you can work on somebody else, you don't have to work on yourself.
Any other questions?
Yes, 2 more questions so far. Why is it important to always use the right hand to accomplish this?
So like Andrew mentioned, the right hand is our action hand. It is the line of action. The left is the desire. So anytime that we are clearing at chakras, we always use the right hand to do the work. We place it on our heart, on our whichever chakra is catching. We use the term catching if we feel something on our fingers as tingling or burning, which gives an indication of which chakra is having a little trouble. And we place our hand on that chakra to help it hopefully heal and feel better.
How about one more question?
Last question. What do you mean by obstruction?
Again, I just mentioned that now you have your self-realization, you can feel the vibration, and the vibrations are an indication to you, myself, what's going on in my soul system. So if I'm feeling something in my, let's say pinky, I know, okay, well, this is something that's stuck in this chakra. Now it could be from today, or it could be from last week, or it could be from 10 years ago, or certain things that I may have done, part of my seeking, that have caused this obstruction. And now, and being in Hatha Yoga, I'm able to focus on this and hopefully work through it and clear it out. Anything to add, Andrew?
Well, I would just add that we want to be in a positive feeling when we meditate. That's why we're here, to feel good about ourselves, to be positive. We are full of obstructions. We get them from environment, from weaknesses in ourselves, from our own bad habits, thinking too much. But we don't have to judge ourselves. That's the nice thing about just feeling a heaviness in a certain area. So we don't have to mentally beat ourselves up and think, oh, I'm a terrible person. I feeling bad in my stomach, or as Jay mentioned, in the right side of my heart. The main point here is to actually clear it out so that the Kundalini spiritual energy doesn't have to stop there. So remember that the Kundalini rises. It will stop and burn off, work out these obstructions. So if we can help it out by foot soaking or putting their hand on that area or saying a mantra, whatever the case may be, the Kundalini will continue to rise. And our idea is to get to the destination point, which is the Sahasrara, to feel the energy above our head, to go beyond, as we talked about in a previous time, our karmas, to go beyond things of the past, to achieve a new level of existence. So don't get too caught up about why did it happen to me that I'm feeling all this heat here, or I'm such a bad person because I'm catching over here. It's not the point. The point is just to work it out.
That's the end of our questions. So thank you again for joining us tonight, and I hope you have a good evening. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have any questions whatsoever or suggestions, please send us an email. We'll be more than happy to get back to you.